I invite you to Hampshire. More precisely, to the charming village of Sparsholt. Hidden just a few miles west of Winchester, it is a place where history, countryside beauty, and local legends meet in a rather delightful way. Let's take a walk through its stories. The name Sparsholt comes from Old English, meaning the wood where spear-shaped plants grow. Nothing to do with sparrows, and definitely nothing to do with salt, despite how convincing the combination sounds. Still, villagers joke that their ancestors might have simply been bad at spelling. For such a small village, Sparsholt boasts a nationally known agricultural college. Students come to learn about farming, animals, and sometimes how not to get kicked by a cow. It gives the village an unexpectedly youthful vibe, plus the occasional escaped sheep in someone's garden. St. Stephen's Church has stood here since the 12th century, later expanded and handsomely restored in the 1880s by the architect William Butterfield. Its Norman doorway and Victorian stained glass impress historians, while wedding photographers quietly thank heaven for the ready-made backdrop. And yes, parishioners still whisper that Butterfield's restoration gave them the poshest church in Hampshire, even if the pews remain just as hard. I came to the church too early and ended up just kissing the handle instead of stepping inside. The old building known as the Well House originally housed a wind-powered well. It was rebuilt in 1897 to mark Queen Victoria's Jubilee. Today, it functions as the village shop with a post office, running through a community initiative that saved the facility from closure in 2009. In front stands the iconic red K6 telephone kiosk, a quaint reminder of traditional British village life. Plough Inn is the village's pub, controlled by Wadworth Brewery, and a cozy hub for locals and visitors alike. It's where you go in for a pint and come out with stories about narrow lanes and local gossip. A proper rural social network in liquid form. In Sparsholt, every thatched cottage looks as if it was deliberately posed for a photo, long before cameras were even invented. And some of the crooked beams in the old houses seem to whisper, "We've been standing for centuries, and we're not planning to straighten up anytime soon."